Good day, everyone. My name is Kennedy Makina, and our topic for the day is mobile application development. And we will be talking with reference to the impact the mobile application development has had on us in the last 15 years. And to get us started, we'll have Min Park, who's going to be talking about the history of the app development. Over to you, Min. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mipa, and I'm going to talk about the mobile application development. The cell phone. The first handheld cell phone was demonstrated by John F. Mitchell and Martin Cooper of Motorola in 1973, using a handset weighing around 4.4 pounds. In 1983, the Dynatec 8000X was the first to be commercially available. From 1980 to 2014, worldwide mobile phones subscriptions grew from 0 to over 7 billion, percentage 100% of the global population and reaching the bottom of the economic pyramid. In 2014, the top cell phone manufacturers were Samsung, Nokia, Apple, and LG. As the part of development process, mobile user interface is called UI. Design is also an essential in the creation of the mobile apps. Mobile UI considers contrast and context, screen, input, and mobility as outlined for the design. The user is often the focus interaction with their device and the interfaces. Components of bottom hardware and software. User input allows for the users to manipulate a system, and device output allows the system to indicate the effects of the user's manipulation. Mobile UI design consideration include limited attention and the form factors such as a mobile device's screen size for the user's hands. History of the software development for the handheld devices. Mobile communication is so integrated into our lives that many people feel uncomfortable without a cell phone. In the past, most popular functions of the phones were calling and sending texts. A smartphone is a multifunctional device that not only communicates but helps to learn, earn, and have fun. This is made possible by the development of the mobile applications. Mobile applications date back to the end of the 20th century. The beginning of the new millennium saw a rapid market evolution of the mobile content and applications. Small arcade games, ringtone editors, calculators, calendars, and so forth.
I will go on to talk about the environmental impact of mobile phones. And the studies have shown that around 40 to 50% of the environmental impact of mobile phones occurs during manufacturing of the printed wiring boards and integrated circuits. The average user replaces his mobile phone every 11 to 18 months. The discarded phones then contribute to electronic waste. The mobile application development has been steadily growing both in terms of revenues and jobs. In 2013, An analyst report estimated that 529,000 direct application economy jobs within the European Union, 28 members, 60% of which are mobile application developers. The job market and market prospects, as the number of people who own and use cell phones continues to grow, so does the use of the smartphone. 91% of the US adult population currently owns a cell phone, and excuse me, of that 91%, 61 are smartphones. 61% are smartphones. Further illustrating the popularity of smartphones, 1 billion are expected to sell in the coming year, doubling that of the number of PCs. With over 10 billion mobile internet devices expected to be in use by 2016, the mobile application industry will grow tremendously to match demand and keep up with the ever-evolving technologies. The future is not only bright for consumers, but also those working in the technology and application development fields. The projected growth for mobile application developers is 131%, and with an average salary of 115,000 per year. Mobile application development is considered one of the most promising careers in the job market. I can show you some figures that were generated by a group known as the Boston Consulting Group. And this table is basically showing the segments where most of the growth has come from in the technologies that are considered down here. The application economy is changing and maturing with business-to-business application developers, showing that they are ready to take the lead in driving innovation and growth. According to Vision Mobile, 16% of the application developers would target the enterprise market and make 5 times more money than those who target the consumer market. For application in business to be adopted repeatedly, the owners will be on the need to deliver real business value. While quality is key, the applications have to have an end game. Trends in mobile application development indicates a strong focus on the following applications in 2014: social networking, context-aware marketing, location-based services, mobile search, mobile commerce, object recognition, mobile payment systems. A good application that comes to mind is the Uber application that has succeeded because they have identified where a traditional business model was failing to make people wait for a service. They solved this problem. Applications such as Uber deliver a service by taking real-time contextualized data such as location-based information to join customer with a driver. This is not something new. It was solving a common problem that made it successful. Similarly, we have restaurants applications that enable you to order your food and pay your bill at your table cutting short the waiting times and inefficiencies. Again, according to the Boston Consulting Group's study, they've seen revenues shooting the roof. Mobile content and applications generated 530 billion in revenues globally in 2014. Sales of mobile devices through retail generated $520 billion. Mobile devices sold through original equipment manufacturers generated $450 billion. Mobile technologies generated nearly $3.3 trillion in revenues in 2013. So what does the future hold? It looks like the volume of content produced is going to lead us towards managing our applications in a different way. The most persuasive concept is the idea of the card, a design treatment you can already see on Twitter and Facebook across different devices, and which allows content to be aggregated and presented to the user in a consistent way. Secondly, mobile is moving out of the pocket and becoming wearable. A good example is the iPhone watch. With the growth of wearable technology, the need for intelligent aggregation of content will fuel application innovation. One possible feature is that applications, as we know them, will eventually cease to exist at all, being replaced by brand names and services that give you actionable insights throughout the day. Imagine a customized news feed full of the services you use, presented at the right time. Think of how Google now might evolve, for example. Thirdly, the idea of multi-screen will become every screen. Application developers won't design for desktop and mobile anymore. They will design a single experience that will stretch across any internet connected terminal. That brings us back to the concept of cards and how content presented in this way could work well for the users on almost any type of screen and be meaningful. So the future of the application industry may be no future, but all as we move to an era of seamless connectivity and experience wherever we are and whatever device we use. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dwayne, and the topic that we're going to talk about today is smartphones on the go, and can they replace your traditional office workspace? Smartphones on the go. Has the smartphone industry evolved so much that now it could take the place of the standard office desktop PC computer? In this short video, I'm going to highlight some cons and pros of both. Mobility factor. Mobility factor is probably the biggest pro of smartphones in the office space. Just say, for instance, that you have an emergency meeting that has to take place, and both parties are not in the same geographical location. You just whip out your cell phone, download, for instance, a GoToMeeting app, and conduct your business as usual. So it's definitely something that you definitely want to consider if you're going to be utilizing your smartphone as your number one option for conducting business. Second, lack of overhead costs. Think about that you don't have to worry about paying a light bill or paying for a lease for that office space. Convenience. I mean, that's almost self-explanatory. Instead of having to wait for your desktop computer or your laptop to load up, just pop open your cell phone and download a Windows app, a Microsoft Office, and continue to conduct your business. Now, we do also have some cons. Now, there's no personal touch. Just say, for instance, that client is old school. He's really not up on technology, and he really used to that one-on-one interaction with his business partner, that handshake, that eye contact to conduct his business. Another con will be susceptible to theft or misplacement. Just say you had that emergency meeting or just a meeting in general. You just happen to lose your cell phone and you don't have an office space to go to. So that's definitely something that you definitely want to consider also. Well, y'all, this just was a little quick video about the pros and cons of having a smartphone versus the traditional office space. All right, take care.